Hey there, Aries, and welcome to your week of January 31st, 2022 General Tarot reading. We're going to be looking at your energy coming into this week, some potential challenges for you, and some potential outcomes. We're going to clarify them all as we go along and tie everything off with an oracle card at the end of the video. Oh, we got too many cards there. We'll take that first one, though. But these are general readings, so all of this, or maybe only some of this, will resonate with you. And if it doesn't resonate with you, then just don't take that stuff. It's just not part of your message, all right? So without further ado, we got Judgment. Oh, wow, those cards came back. Judgment, the Knight of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. Interesting. Just before we go any further, that's interesting. Those cards really want to come out. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. It could be for cross watchers as well if you're looking to check in on an Aries in your life at this time. Just be aware that the energies can get extra mixed up when you're cross-watching. So just be aware of that. But we're starting things off. We got Judgment, the Knight of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. Those two cards really wanted to come out. There was another one that was with them that would really want to come out too, but I guess not quite as badly. But this is really saying that we're committing to something here. Really committing to something. I feel like committing to like happiness and good things in your life here. I feel like there's this real commitment as well of balance in your life. Because with the Knight of Wands can be a very selfish sort of person, or someone who's very much invested in themselves, maybe not necessarily in an unhealthy way, where someone's kind of like, it's all about me. It's more like I'm taking time for myself, or I'm taking and doing things for myself. So that's very good. And I say it's kind of balanced here because the Six of Pentacles is about generosity and giving to others. So I feel like this is really a nice balance of energy where I feel like you're not only doing things for yourself, but you're also doing things for others too. Like there's a commitment to balance here. For others, though, it may be sort of a revival of sorts, where you're kind of coming back into this energy, sort of like resuscitating those sort of ideologies and those actions in your life here. So I really like that. That's pretty awesome. Let's clarify this up, see if we can get any more details on this, though. What have we got for you, Aries? We got the Five of Wands, the Strength card, and we got the Six of Wands. Yeah, this is really nice too. Strength is Leo's card, so you may have Leo in your chart. If you do, that's awesome. That's always a good sign when you come up in your own reading. But with the Five of Wands and the Six of Wands here as well, the Five of Wands really talks about here, for what we're seeing in context here, is of you improving yourself, right? I feel for like a lot of you, there's this commitment to improvement, to growth, right? To trying to get better. Wands represent not just passion and desires and not just abundance of energy, but they also represent growth, like real significant growth in your life, right? And where we have so many wands here already with the Knight, the Five, and the Six of Wands, it's just really saying you're really committed to growth. And really committed to it in a way of like growing, not just for yourself, but for those around you too, like cultivating your relationships with other people. Not necessarily a relationship like a romantic one, though that could be quite possible too, but cultivating like your friendships, your families, your coworkers who you get along with, and things like that. So I think that's really beautiful. I like that we're seeing that. And I feel like with the Six of Wands, it's sort of like you're telling people that this is what you're trying to do, and you're backing it up as well. So that's really great. So let's take a look at some potential challenges here for you this week. See what might be trying to ruffle your tail feathers here this week. We got the Star card, the Three of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. So the Star is Aquarius's card. So you may have Aquarius in your chart. You might be dealing with an Aquarius this week too. Very likely an air sign at least, because we have the Two Swords as well. So that could be Libra and Gemini as well. Very interesting, on top of Aquarius here. So you could be dealing with somebody like that this week. With the Three of Swords, we got some heartbreak here, or at very least some sort of troubling thing when it comes to something you feel, or maybe even someone you feel sentimentality towards. Right? Someone that you feel like, or something that you feel like is very important to you. You might be experiencing some heartbreak. Maybe something you had this week that you own, that you put a lot of sentimentality, or at least some anyway, might end up getting broken or destroyed or something. Or it might end up being a case where like you might be encountering someone, maybe an air sign, who is just being very dishonest with you, and you know they're being dishonest with you, right? And it kind of breaks your heart that they don't trust you enough, right, to reach out and such, and confess to you, right? And that sucks too when it's like your friends or your family, right? Especially where we're talking about cultivating relationships here, where you're trying to make that effort, right? And this person kind of doesn't feel as though they can, trust you with this information, or maybe not necessarily trust, but they might feel as though they don't want to bother you with it, even though you are open to receive. You're open to be like, hey, I can take some of the burden for you here. They also kind of don't want to be like that kind of person, and I can relate to that myself. I really don't like telling a lot of people about my problems, not because like I want to do it all on my own or anything like that, but because I don't want to bother them, because I feel like I can't handle this on my own if you just give me enough time. And this person might be feeling the same way as well. So let's take a look and see what we got to clarify these challenges this week. What do we got going on? What do we have for Aries? We got the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the High Priestess. Yeah, certainly could be a situation here where this person's really slow to open up, right? They're taking their time, right? It might be agonizingly slow. Like, I feel like they want to open up to you. They want to talk to you. Like, they see that you're willing to receive. It's just they're trying to muster up the courage for it, right? With that Knight of Pentacles. They're really trying to take their time because they kind of want to get it all in order before they go out and say anything here, right? With the High Priestess and the Queen of Wands here too, really telling us that they want to grow. Like, we got more wands here. We got more growth. We got more positivity. They want to grow into that, right? You see here, the Queen of Wands, she has these sunflowers here. And sunflowers, the thing I love about sunflowers is they try to face the sun when they can, right? They look towards the sun because the sun gives them energy, gives them, nutrition and nutrients to grow and such, right? In a tarot perspective, though, the sun is the happiest card in the deck, right? So sunflowers would look for the happiest things they can find to be positive and such like that. But the cool thing about sunflowers is when they can't find the sun, sunflowers will actually churn to each other, right? They'll find another sunflower here. So I feel like this person does want to, reach out to you. They want to turn to you to try and find their happiness, to open up and talk, right? They want to do this, but just for whatever reason, they just want to take their time first and make sure they're good and ready to talk, right? Before they, want to put that on someone else here. With the High Priestess here as well, just saying here too, this situation isn't just black and white. This isn't something for you to be like, oh, they don't trust me, or oh, they're too afraid to talk or something. There could be a lot of things, a lot of layers to this, right? It could be anything from like they just don't ever seem to find the time, or they're looking for the right opportunity, or they just don't want to say something because this might be some sensitive information, maybe about someone else, like a third party, right? They don't want to open up. And this might be a person that you both have like in common that and they don't want to kind of start saying something when they don't have all the facts, right? So just be aware that this is could be a very much a very shades of gray sort of situation. It's not going to be just straight up black and white. So let's take a look at your clarifiers here and see your clarifiers. Jeez, we got clarifiers on the go. Your outcome cards here. Let's see what we got. We got the Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Wands again, and the Ace of Wands. That's great. Again, we're talking about that growth here, right? There's so many wands, so much growth in your reading here, which I really love here. And I feel like it's not just for you, but it's for this other person you're going to be dealing with this week. I feel like there's a lot of growth on their part too, like a lot of maturity and growing and getting into something positive, right? You can see with all the wands, there's just little buds of life on them, right? This is just beginnings. These are just the starts of things, right? So don't feel like this has to get rushed into a huge bloom, like with the sunflowers, right? We're not there yet. We're still just growing a little at this time. With the Seven of Pentacles here, it is talking about that growth, right? We're harvesting something. These aren't quite ready to harvest yet because we're at a 7, not an 8, 9, or 10. So it's not ready to quite cultivate just yet. So just, keep working on it. Just take your time. It'll happen when it happens. With the Six of Wands, just keep that up, right? Just, let them know from time to time that you are here to, open up. You are here for them to talk to, no judgment, all that good stuff. Let them know. That's great. The only thing with that is just don't be like, hey, every other day or something, right? Like, maybe just once a month or something like that. Like, just, every now and again, just give them a little nudge, let them know, hey, like, I'm here for you if you need it, right? And I think they will come around eventually here. And with the Ace of Wands here, this is the start of something beautiful. Like, I feel like this growth here is significant for both you and them, right? I feel like regardless of whether they opened up to you right now or not, you're on the right track for major growth for yourself here. So I think that's super beautiful. Wonderful, wonderful. So let's see what we got for some outcome clarifiers for you here before we get to your Oracle card. All right, what do we have? Oh, wow, the Ace of Wands again. I love it. The Nine of Pentacles and the Wheel. Yeah. So, yeah, this is great. The Ace of Wands, again, just it coming out and it clarifying itself is to say, yeah, like this is, this is just growth. You're on the right track. We're heading in the right direction. Just make sure you're doing what you're doing, like, because you're heading in a positive direction regardless of whether they're willing to open up to you now or later or ever, right? With the Nine of Pentacles, it's a card of independence. It's a card of, being on your own and stuff. And I feel like you're showing a lot of good independence here at this time. What with, back here with your energy, your commitment to growth for not just yourself, but everyone around you, which is great, which means you can stand on your own. I feel like that's what it's saying here, is because I feel like too many people try to help others when, their own home and their own selves, right, aren't taken care of, if you know what I mean. Like, it's almost as if, how can you take care of someone else when you're damaged in the same way, right? Like, you can relate, certainly, and empathize with them. I certainly believe, but I don't think you can really take care of a person, put them on the road to recovery if you're not already on the road yourself, or, have traveled down or have recovered, right? So I feel like you're in a good spot, though, for this. Like, you're in a really good position to be helping others at this time. And with the Wheel, it's great because the Wheel talks about putting out good vibrations. Like, when you put out, positivity, you're putting that out into the world. It's going to come back to you, right? Karma, all that good stuff, which is beautiful. I also say with the Wheel, you're very fortuitous at this time. So I feel like luck is on your side as well this week here, Aries. So let's take a look at your Oracle card just to tie everything off, see what we got here for you. Thank you for being here. Hope this has been helping out. Hope this has been resonating with you. And let's see what your Oracle card is for today. All right. We got the Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. Yeah, like the universe is going to provide not just you the growth you're looking for, but this person as well. It's going to provide them with the growth they need too. Maybe the growth they need to handle this on their own, so maybe they don't necessarily need to open up to you. Or maybe it'll handle them with the growth and the maturity to see that they want to open up to you and they want to, talk it out with someone. Maybe not necessarily you even. Maybe just like with you out there, they'll feel like, oh, I do have a supporting cast, and there have been others in my life who have said, I can open up to them too. But I feel like the opportunities will provide themselves, the growth will provide itself. You just got to trust that everything's, going to take care of itself. Everything's going to be there. You can just put yourself in the best opportunity for lightning to strike, right? So I hope that's helped you out. Hope that's resonated with you. If you want to help out the channel, you can hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos. Thank you for being here, Aries, and I'll see you in the next video.